Hey gang, in today's video, we're going to go over how to work with weekends and business days in Salesforce using the mod function. I've found that it's helpful to actually understand the root of that mod function that you'll be using no matter whether you're identifying days of the week, adding or subtracting business days, or even finding the number of business days between two dates. So we won't get into all of that today. We're going to cover the basics for understanding that mod formula. So for this requirement, let's say you have a date value and you need to identify what day of the week that date falls on. So the first thing is you're going to take that date value, whether it's a date field, a date variable in flow, and subtract January 1st, 1900 from that date. Now, what exactly is this? This day falls on a Monday, and that's the most important thing that you need to know. And if you want to know for sure, because I didn't, frankly, when you look it up, it turns out that this day actually was a Monday in the past. So that's what we're going to work with. So now whatever that difference is, we need to plug it into our mod formula and get the remainder. So the syntax to use mod is number, comma, divisor. So for our number, like I said, we have the difference between our date value and that random Monday from many, many years ago. So for our divisor value, we're going to put 7. And the reason we're using 7 is because 7 represents the number of days in a week. Okay, so now that we have that formula, we still have to tell Salesforce to return something based on whatever remainder it comes up with. So in this case, we'll use the case function. And if you aren't familiar with the case function, it's one of the more common ones in Salesforce. I will link in the description below to that formula. But basically, we're taking our remainder value from that mod function, and depending on what number value that mod returns, we want to show the day of the week in text format. So if that value is a 0, return Monday. If it's a 1, return Tuesday, and so on and so forth. Okay, let's see this in Salesforce. Okay, here in Salesforce, I have a lead and I have a date field right here. So currently, the value of that date field is July 10th, which is a Sunday. Let's create a formula that will return the day of the week based on this value. So in Object Manager, let's create a new formula field. Let's call it day of the week. And for this, let's return text. So using the formula that we just reviewed, let's start by entering our date field. Then let's subtract that January 1st, 1900 number. And to do that, we'll use the date function to plug in the year, the month, the day. Okay, now remember, we're putting this expression into a mod function where that difference is our number and our divisor is the number 7 for 7 days of the week. Zoom in a little bit so that you can see. Now, depending on whatever that expression returns, if it returns a 0, let's call that a Monday. 1 is Tuesday. 2 is Wednesday. Here, I don't need that space. 3 is Thursday. 4 is Friday. 5 is Saturday. And can you guess what 6 is? Sunday. And then because we need to close out the case function, I'll just add some double quotes here. Let's check our formula syntax. No syntax errors on the first try. Great. So let's save that. And let's go back to our lead record and refresh. And refreshing hasn't updated the page yet, but one hack for forcing a refresh is to change your display density after you add fields to a page layout or make changes to a page layout. So here's my new field now, and it's correctly showing that 7/10 falls on a Sunday. So let's just go down the week. Almost done. Okay, so that formula field works exactly as it should. Great. Okay, going back for a second. Remember that random Monday from the year 1900 that we plugged into our formula? Well, that's just one way of doing this. What if we change that date to, let's say, January 6th, 1900? That day now falls on a Saturday. So will the rest of our formula work? Yes, but you have to adjust your starting value. So if your starting value for that date now falls on a Saturday, then your zero value needs to return Saturday in order for the function to work properly. And obviously, you would want to adjust the rest of the days of the week based on whatever that starting date is. So that January 1st date is a random number that I've found on the internet used in different blogs, but I've also seen January 6th. And technically, any date in the past, as long as you know what day of the week it is, should work here. So I'll link to those blogs in the description as well, so you can see how different people are using different dates in their formulas. Okay, moving on to our next requirement. Let's say we have a date, and if that date falls on a weekend, we actually want to return the last business day before that weekend. And this is a real use case that I've done for my org. So we have our date value. And like I just said, if that date falls on a weekend, we want the business day before that weekend. For operators, we'll do minus. Now let's take that mod formula that we used for the last requirement, where we're using January 1st, that Monday. And in order to do something with that mod formula, let's bring in our case function. So in this case, what we're actually returning is a date, right, instead of text. And the logic should be this, right? If whatever we return ends up falling on a Saturday, subtract one day so that it falls on Friday. If whatever we return falls on a Sunday, subtract 2 days so that it falls on Friday. Otherwise, if the date value that we have is already on a business day, don't do anything. So what does that look like? When the case function returns a 5, that's a Saturday. So like I said, if it returns a Saturday or a 5, subtract 1 day. 6 represents Sunday, and in that case, we subtract 2 days. Otherwise, we subtract absolutely nothing, which is 0. Now, let's look at this in Salesforce. All right, so back to this lead record. As we know, July 16th falls on a Saturday, but I actually want it to return July 15th, which is the Friday, because I want to return the last business day before whatever date this is falls on the weekend. So let's open our object manager again. Let's create a new formula. I'll call it alternative date. Let's select date as the return type because, again, we're returning a specific day. And let's work on that formula again. So we have our date field. Let's subtract that January 1st, 1900 date. Let's plug that expression into our mod function. Oops. And let's take a step back. So whatever date value we plug into that field, we want to either subtract 1 day if that day falls on a Saturday or 2 days if that day falls on a Sunday. So let's add our case function. Let's set our case parameters. So if Saturday, subtract 1. If Sunday, subtract 2. Otherwise, 0. Let's check our syntax. So that works. And just as a pro tip, if you know you might go back to this formula, but you won't remember what exactly you put in here, you can always add comments to your formulas using the slash symbol, the asterisk, and then putting your comments in between. So if I wanted to say, subtract 1 day if Saturday, 2 if Sunday, I would close that comment with the asterisk and the slash. And we should be good to go. Okay, back to my lead record. Let's force a hard refresh. Okay, so here's our new formula field and what exactly is happening. Since 7/16 falls on a Saturday, it's returning the 15th, the last business day before that weekend. If I change this date to the 17th, it should stay the same. But if I change it to a weekday, it returns that weekday value because that basically passes our test. And even though this demo focused on formula fields, you can also obviously do this in flows with your date variables. And that's it. So I hope this was a helpful introduction to learning how to work with business days and weekends in Salesforce. If it was, please consider giving this video a thumbs up. And for more videos like this, be sure to subscribe. Thanks.